and hand you down to pitchside LFC TV's Peter McDowell.
Thank you, George. Good evening, everybody.
And hand you down to pitchside LFC TV's Peter McDowell.
Thank you, George. Good evening, everybody.
And hand you down to pitchside LFC TV's Peter McDowell.
Thank you, George. Good evening, everybody.
Welcome. I'm going to bring in my coach, who's my partner. I'm Solo P1, and this is Toto Ama. How you going, bro? How you going?
Yeah, man. It's just going all right. To be fair, it's going all right. I fully expected today that I was going to come away with a draw. I fully expected today to come away with a draw. But look, how I'm feeling so far, I'm feeling good.
It is what it is, and it's just basically like a slow death, and it just coming to the end of the season. It's why I'd rather Villa get in the top four than Spurs. I don't forget what happened at the beginning of the season. Remember that Spurs game? So Spurs not getting top four is going to be quite good for me, because I don't forget when we got done over at Spurs. Remember that game? I'll never forget, man. So go if you haven't watched that game, go and watch that game at the first. I think it was the first game of the season we had against Spurs, and we got screwed. So hopefully Villa get that top four anyway. Big up to Villa, they played well. Villa's always one of them historic places that we like going to. Villa. I don't think there's been any beef really with Liverpool and Villa fans. Not to my knowledge. They're a good club, very historian club, But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. What can we do? We drew, and I think Villa got it now anyway. So, look, I know you don't want to do these reviews, Toto. I know. The season's done, but we're going to get through them. It's one of them. We're going to get through them. This is what we do, content creators. Even if we get 5 views or 50 views, it doesn't matter. We're still going to continue. Most of the time, we get 20 views, but at the end of the day, we're still going to continue to make content. So, whoever's watching online, it'll probably be on X. Please come over to the YouTube channel and please smack the like button and comment and subscribe. And yeah, leave your feedback on the video, or you can join in with the conversation. Now, let's talk about the game today. What do you think of the game today, Toto, in a nutshell?
Look, I think Liverpool played good football. We played good football out front. But yeah, what really was leaking is the defense. I think first half he looked all right in defense, but as soon as it hit that second half, and I was thinking to myself, why did we take Endo off? Look, I know we got nothing to play for, but why did we take Endo off? We did the same mistake as we did last game. I forgot what the last game was, but as we did last game, we took off Endo and we conceded goals. We conceded goals and took off Endo. We took off Endo this game and we conceded goals. Because Endo was the one, he was roaming around that DM position. He was tackling people, nicely timed tackles, roughing them up. Not really even getting a card because most of the time they're fair shoulder barges and tackles, right? We didn't get a yellow today, which is good. So at least it's not a booking. But today Endo played really, really well, and I think the reason why we lost some, why we conceded some of the goals was because Endo went off, and that's in my opinion. But overall, I think Liverpool played good football, but we looked leaked in that DM spot. And this is the reason why the DM spot is probably the most important position in football. Because we took off a DM and we had literally no DM. I had a complete flat free, right? We didn't have no DM, no holding midfielder. Not a proper holding midfielder like Endo is. Took him off. We decided to play more attacking, which I don't really see why. Bring down the attackers. So why is that not really midfielder? He's more of an attacking midfielder than towards the end of the game. But look, overall, I think assuming we took Endo off, we leaked.
Yeah, but I agree with you on that one, but I don't know what it is about. I'm not
So I think you need to change your mic because it sounds like it's from.
Okay, I'll check the audio. Yeah, okay.
Camera mic or something.
Can you hear me properly now?
It's better now, yeah.
Sorry for the audio problems, people who's watching. I was actually speaking out of my webcam audio, but I've gone back to my microphone. I I agree with you to an extent. When Endo came off, we tend to leak goals. But look, I think that's been our pattern most of the season. Really, that we look vulnerable to attack. We look vulnerable when people are attacking us. We look vulnerable. When you see other teams like Man City, when they're getting attacked, they don't look as vulnerable as us. When you see Arsenal getting attacked, they don't look as vulnerable as us. Arsenal's probably got the best defensive record this season in the Premier League. The less goals have gone past them, and that's a credit to Arteta. Gonna give Arteta credit for sculpting that defense. He's sculpted it. He's come in, he's got his defenders, and he's molded that defense, and now the defense is absolutely world beating. The Arsenal defense. If you've got a good defense, you can win the Premier League. Do I think Arsenal's going to win the Premier League? No. Do I think Arsenal's going to win the Premier League soon? Probably yes. With eventually, Man City will have a drop off. They will have a drop off. They're not going to win a league every single year. Okay, they'll probably win it this year, but they're not going to win a league every year, and eventually they will have a drop off. When they have the drop off, either Liverpool or Arsenal is going to sweep it up. Arsenal's got a very good team, very strong defensively, and they've got their defense locked up. Our defense, not so much. Our defense not leaky, leak goals. You're right about Endo, not when Endo's off the pitch, and we leak goals. But it's not just that. Our defense look leaky. That's just my opinion when it goes regarding the defense. For today's game, we looked okay. It's just a typical Liverpool game today. Usually we concede first, but today we scored first, and then we typical Liverpool. We can't hold. It doesn't matter if we're 2-0 up. We can't hold the front. The other team has to come back, which will happen today. A lot of people are saying the DM position is overrated. I don't agree with that. I think DM in a football game of today's football game, modern football, DM is very, very important.
Yeah.
When we had Flacco in his prime, this is when we used to win everything. When Flacco was firing on all cylinders, when we had Flacco's at DM position, that's when Liverpool was at the best. When Flacco fell off last season, what happened? We fell off. Everybody fell off. But what I'm saying is, who fell off the most last season? It was Flacco, and this is why he's no longer at our club. But it is what it is, man. Look, at the end of the day, right? The season's over. We knew a few weeks ago we're not going to drop positions. We're not going to go up and we're not going to go down. We're going to stay as we are. We're going to stay third. So really, these games are just basically, it's the last part of Klopp's Liverpool career as a manager, and I just don't want to lose the last game of the season. When we go to Anfield, I don't want to lose that last game of the season at all. I would like to win it just because it's Klopp's last game. It wouldn't be nice. It would be a bit, losing the last game of the season when it's Klopp's last season. Now, Klopp is he's definitely going to be emotional regarding the last match of the season. I don't even care about this game, Taylor's face. I'm just going to talk about the last game of the season. When Klopp leaves, right, the last game, there's going to be a lot of tears in that crowd. There's going to be a lot of tears in the fans, and Klopp will be crying. It'll be his last game at Anfield.
Yeah,
he's going to get the big send off. It's going to be aired everywhere. They'll air it everywhere. Everywhere they'll air it, and it's going to be an emotional day. And I just want to win the last game, because I mark my words, right? All these fans that hate Klopp, that want Klopp out. Guess what? You got your own way now. Klopp's leaving. But mark my words, if our new manager comes in, which I don't know nothing about, Arne Slot, I'm not disrespecting him, I don't know nothing about him. Okay? If he comes into our club and he starts winning, I'm good. I'm happy. But if he comes into our club and he starts crapping the bed and he starts losing games and he starts leaking goals and our team looks discombobulated,
right? You can't blame Klopp this time. You can't blame Pep Linders. You can't blame the backroom staff. You can't blame none of them mans, because if we start losing when Klopp leaves, you can't be blaming all of them. That's all I'm saying. And them same people that want Jurgen Klopp to go, they'll got secretly, they probably won't put it online because they know they'll probably get clicked. But secretly, they'll be begging for Klopp to come back to the club. If we start crapping the bed, I'm telling you, mark my words. Mark my words. Now, the club doesn't finish with Klopp. It doesn't start with Klopp, and it's sure it's not going to end with Klopp. It's Liverpool FC. It's not Jurgen Klopp FC. But I just thought, look, I know Klopp eventually was going to leave, but I just thought he would have stayed a couple more seasons. You know, it was just a bit shocking at the time when he decided that he's going to leave Liverpool Football Club. But it is happening. We are where we are. We got Slot coming in, Arnie Slot, Edwards. The old band's back together again regarding recruitment and sports directing, which I'm very, very happy about. That's definitely a positive. And another positive about it as well is it's a new season next year. This year, a new season, new manager, hopefully new players, and hopefully a few players that are going to be leaving Liverpool Football Club, which I'll probably talk about down the road. But today we're here to talk about Villa. So let's just go into the player ratings. You want to go straight into that, Toto? Yep, I'm going to go straight into the player ratings.
Your mic working because it went off for a couple of seconds.
Is it working now, yeah?
Yeah, it's working good, yeah.
Let's go into the player ratings. So, well, let's start with who you want to start with, Toto?
Start with the key.
Alisson?
Yeah, conceded 3 goals. I don't think, you know, the first goal was just a really, really good shot from Tielemans. You know, that absolutely amazing power shot that he did right at the outside of the edge of the box. It was a really, really good shot. Keeper couldn't do nothing about that. He could not see anything of people in his way. I think the Duran goal, again, couldn't do nothing about it, you know, because Duran went for the shot, then deflected off the defender, then he could quickly change angles, and then Alisson couldn't do nothing about that. I think only 1 goal he was responsible for today. But the rest, I think, he played all right. But again, we still conceded 3 goals, even though 2 of them weren't his fault. We still conceded 3 goals. So, yeah, go for a 5 for me.
Fair enough, I'll go with a 5. I agree with you on that one. He looked a bit shocked today, didn't he?
Yeah.
Alisson. He very nearly gave away a goal with a serious risk pass, but did not make a couple. He didn't really make any big saves in my opinion. Maybe one in the second half. But I think the second goal, there's nothing. I don't think there's much he could have done with the second goal, in my opinion. So you give him a 6. I'll give him that as well. There's no 6 on here, so just give him a 5.5. Why is these numbers all mixed up? It don't matter. Doesn't matter anyway. I'll fix them another time.
Yeah,
let's go with Trent Alexander. For me, he had a quiet game, like he's done since he's come back, really. From the attacking right mid, he didn't really do anything as a right back. I know he came forward because we always play that stupid system, inverted, and that leaves us exposed at the back, and they'll never learn. I think Trent had a quiet game today. Didn't really put much effort into it. Looked casual, looked lazy, in my opinion. Never really done much. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, Trent, you can see no determination. Simply no determination.
Yeah.
Man, you know? I see if it was kind of Bradley, he will provide more solid to that right back position. Because Trent is not a right back. You know, when he defends, you can see that he's not up for it. It's like when someone goes past him, he stands there and just looks back at him, look and go past. But yeah, he's got no determination. Don't know what's going on with him, you know. He had a couple of good shots at goal. But that's it really. No creativity. No defence work. And I know people come out and say and argue that, oh, he's not a right back. But look, Klopp played him right back. I expect you to defend. He's not defending. So, poor. 4 for me for Trent.
Yeah. Let's go over it. Yeah. We give him a 5. 4, 2, 4, poor. Okay, poor. That's what it is, 2 to 4. That's why we got it. We got 2 to 4. Sorry. Look, 2 to 4. Anyway, yeah. Trent was there's people even online saying, does Trent actually care anymore? People actually literally watching it online now and say, does Trent actually care anymore? We play better without him, which I 100% totally agree. That's from Jamie Phillips, by the way. Go and big up Jamie Phillips. 100% agree with Jamie Phillips on that comment. Does he actually care anymore? And we do play better without him, because when we had Conor Bradley there, when Conor Bradley was there, we played better. And that's it. It's just the way it is. It's true.
Yeah.
So Quanta, for me, he was beaten too far. He was beaten too easily, far too easily in my book, by Watkins on the Villa goal, but also made one terrific block. I think it was on the forward before scoring Liverpool's third. So I thought Ollie Watkins done him a couple of times. He could have done better trying to stop Ollie Watkins, but he never. But I thought in the second half, his blocking was absolutely mint, perfect, and he got the goal as well. So first half he was a bit shaky. Second half, I think he got better. He grew into the game. But the goal, yeah, I like the goal, man. That was a cool goal. So I'm gonna give Quansah a 7 point. No, I'm gonna give him an 8.
Yeah, Quansah looked good in the air, for the header. I think defensive wise, his work rate was all right. You can see that he's lacking. You are leaking some goals for that.
Yeah.
We are leaking goals, so Quansah's partly to blame for that. But overall, I think he had a decent game. I think they were just, 2 good shots from Villa. That just allowed us to come back into the game. So, yeah, and of course the last goal was a deflection. But still,
his goal was cool. That header was cool, innit?
Yeah, he was really good. So
like a floating header, innit?
Yeah. Quansah, give him an 8. Played all
right. So the next one will be Virgil van Dijk. For me, I think he really frustrated me through this game. With that shoddy defending, man, he was frustrating. I just don't understand. The second goal, who scored? The goal that scored the last goal. Who was it again? The last goal. It was Duran, yeah, Duran, right? Super sub. Come on, he got man of the match, by the way, for Sky. But I just don't get sometimes when the striker's running at you, and he's getting closer and closer to the goal. I don't understand why defenders always have the back to them. This is what I do not get. He's literally running at him with the ball, and he's got his back to him. Like, it's literally his whole body is rotated right. I think, why don't you run at him? But don't run at him where he does ya. Just kind of ease forward, but pause. But stand your ground, not have your back to the striker. I just don't get why people do that. The all around, I think his defense today weren't at his best. Virgil, he did make a couple of interceptions, and we defend, but not enough to give him a high number, in my opinion. It was shoddy defending, but he still has to accept. He has to accept some responsibility today for that goal going in. Should have done better. So should have other defenders, but the guy was running straight at Virgil. So I'm going to give Virgil. I'm going to give him a 5. In my opinion, I'm just giving him a 5.
Yeah, Virgil today weren't really at his his best. I think at sometimes in the first half, he showed some good defensive skills, in the box, running in front of the play instead of going straight in for the tackle, played the safe option inside the box. I think his vision was good, but them 2 goals were partly his fault. Should have done better, Of course, defenders make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. But today, weren't like yourself today. Usually, I am always big up Van Dijk, trying to find positives. But today, first half, he played well, but second half, I just don't know what it is. It just looks so leaky, especially taking end off. We'll get into him later. But yeah, Virgil, I can't agree with you 5. Got to agree with you there.
Yeah. All right, let's get one there. Now we're gonna go on to Gomez. For me, Gomez, he played okay. Filled in for Robinson. Robinson was the obvious left back, but he filled in for Robinson at the left back position. He made some good runs. I'll give him that. He made some decent runs. To tee up Gakpo for that tapping. Remember that ball he put into Gakpo, and Gakpo got the tapping. That was a good pass by Gomez. It's a shame he didn't score. He always wants to score. He hasn't scored for Liverpool yet. How long has he been at Liverpool now? I know he's a left back, but I'm sure Robbo scored before.
Yeah, Robbo.
Oh yeah. But he, he was. Listen, I like Gomez, and I think Gomez should be that guy. He should stay at the club, right? Gomez, I think they kind of disrespect Gomez at Liverpool. I think he's played more times than anyone at Liverpool. But he was given a tough time by Bailey. When Bailey was running at him, as expected, and also guilty of a completely losing Diaby at that one point. But apart from that, I thought he had a good game. So I am going to give Gomez a number 7.5 for a man like Matt Gomez.
Yeah, I don't think. Look, we conceded basically more of our goals centrally. We conceded goals. The DM went, which was Endo. That went, and then our centre backs, Quansah and Van Dijk, just all of a sudden just went into League Two players. We just conceded so many goals down that central side. I think Gomez did really good defensively. I think with Gomez, right, every time he comes on, he provides something good defensively. Like last game, I think his last game on the game before, he did that ultimate goal line clearance. Player was on with the ball right there. He tried to chip it over the keeper, and Gomez just did a bicycle kick, goal line clearance. He was really, really good. But Gomez today, especially, was good defensively. He was more solid. I would trust Gomez over Trent on that right hand side. I would trust him more because fingers at Trent, he will leak goals. He gets done over too easily.
It always looks like too casual.
I know.
He's not trying.
I know. I expect a player, especially like Trent, with this quality, running. When you see a ball, if someone dodges you over, run back quick to get that ball back off them, and then see what we can do from there. Because at Trent, he gets done over lots of times. Lots of times he gets done over. Ollie Watkins done him over. Right? Watkins isn't even a winger. And that run I saw from Ollie Watkins, that is actually...
that assist and it was sick in it.
World-class quality, laid it off to Tielemans. Tielemans scored absolutely amazing into the goal. Simple as that. Not simple as that, but, it looks simple from their end because they're professional footballers. They make it look simple. But Watkins on that, doing over Trent like that, and Watkins ain't even a winger either, but you can see that Watkins is good at what he does. But Trent, for me, should have done better defensively. I say this every single stream. That is good. his work rate attackingly is really, really good, but his defensive work rate is not good at all. Not good. It's absolutely terrible. So yeah, I forgot what player we're on. So what player we're on about again?
Trent.
Oh yeah, Trent. We already did Trent.
No, not Trent. We don't even know what we are. I said we can't put. We're doing yeah, it was Trent.
No, it was Gomez. No, it was
Gomez. Yeah, Gomez. Yeah,
Yeah, I was saying that
Gomez.
I trust Trent more than Gomez.
I gave Gomez a 7.5.
Yeah, I'll give him that. But I think he's really good defensively. People can say that we conceded, but it came from our central side more than our right hand side.
I know.
Gomez was playing that inverted role, so he couldn't really do nothing.
So we're going to move on to the next one, which is our midfielder, Harvey Elliott. Another dynamic display by the 21-year-old Harvey Elliott. Absolutely amazing today. Was involved in 2 goals, putting in the crosses that fumbled Martinez into the net, as well as a lovely free kick delivery that Quanta rolls to head home. So Harvey Elliott today, he was busy. He was doing his job. He was playing absolutely amazing in midfield today. Klopp's got so much faith in this kid, and you can see why. Harvey Elliott, I think next season is going to be his season, and that's what. And I think Gakpo is going to be the coming of Gakpo pause as well. So Harvey Elliott today, he had a brilliant game in midfield, making good runs. Like I said, I'm going to put him on 9. The Prince.
Yeah, Gakpo played absolutely.
Not Gakpo, I'm talking about Elliott.
Yeah, Elliott.
9 for me.
Yeah, I think he showed relentless. You know, we got a little bit of a tussle with the Villa players. Not really a tussle, but, you know, got a little bit of exchange of words. But, yeah, for me, Elliott, you know, really good going forward. You know, like I said, I would start Elliott over Salah on the wing. You know, next game. You know, I know it's the last game, but at least, like, try anything. You know, last game, just try anything, you know. But Elliott, for me, really good on the right-hand side. Absolute engine. You never runs that stamina. Yeah, what can I say? I was going to give Elliott an 8 for me. But if you're going to meet in the middle, 8.5 if you want.
Fair enough. So that's 8.5. So the next one is Endo. Again, for me, he worked tirelessly. But wasn't able to get a real grip on the game, in my opinion. But he did play good. But, you know, like the old Endo, he's still not back to the old Endo before when he had the international break, when he had to go to the Asian Cup, and now he's come back. It hasn't been the same. Today, he showed glimpses of the old Endo, but he still wasn't there. Still making crunch tackles, still taking legs, he does not care. He's a nutter, man. I love Endo, man. I want him to stay as well. I don't want him to get rid of Endo, keep Endo there. But he, like you said, he got replaced after 15 minutes. And you believe that when he got replaced after 15 minutes, we start to look more. Yeah, because that shows that even when he's not 100%, you can see he still plays good. But Endo today didn't have the best of games, didn't have the worst games, but I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10.
I'm
going to go higher actually because I ain't got the 6. I'm going to give him the 7.5.
I was going to give 7.5 to Endo. I think he had to play, didn't it?
We both agree on that one.
Man, you know, we got rid of our holding DM, and that's exactly what happens. So, you know,
yeah. So McAllister, you can start with him. I don't think he had that much of a good game for me. What are you saying about McAllister?
McAllister, the reason why we conceded the second goal, why we conceded that second goal to Villa, because of McAllister. You know, Alisson passed McAllister the ball. Alisson took too long on the ball, and then everyone was surrounding him. Took too long to release it, then gave away the ball, and that allowed John Duran to just put it past the keeper to make it 3-2. And that was just a surge of Villa. You know, that was a surge of Villa after that one McAllister mistake. This is what happens where you play the high line. You know, when you play the high line, You got your DM to come. You got one of the midfielders to come back. Alisson had no options just with McAllister. McAllister came short, and then I didn't know where our centre backs was, but Villa was just all over us, all over McAllister. So yeah, McAllister for me, I think gets a 4. McAllister gets a 4 for me. Made a couple of good passes first
I
half.
agree.
Made a good pass first half, but come on, you're reason why we lost this game. It's not just him, but you're one of the reasons why we lost.
One of the key pieces.
Yeah.
I agree with you, bro. Next one. Let's go on to the strikers. Mohamed Salah caused he did cause Lucas Diangi a lot of problems. I'll give him that. I'll probably botch your name, but probably is. All sorts of problems during the first half. But the influence waned. Like the influence of the game in the second half diminished. It diminished. First half, it was absolutely brilliant, Mohamed Salah. Up and down and flanks. I know he's lost a yard of pace, but the first half, he was good. Second half, not so much. Kind of wavered a little bit, but I'm still going to give him a decent number because he did play good. So I'm going to give Mohamed Salah a 7 out of 10, in my opinion. I think he played okay. 7.5, I'll give him.
Look, yeah, I'll probably give him about that. I think he played all right.
7, yeah.
Yeah, played all right, solid. Yeah, so that's 7 for me.
Right, I'll change it now to 7. There you go. It's more simple now, isn't it? So the next one is Cody Gakpo. Unlike so many of the fellow forwards, this Dutchman finishing was absolutely brilliant. Now, people understand why last season, when Gakpo came in, he came in the halfway through last season. So we're still getting used to the Premier League. I said at the beginning of the season, Cody Gakpo should be the 9. I said it on videos at the beginning of the season. I actually made a video saying who should be the 9. And there was a picture of Darwin Núñez on there. There was a picture of Cody Gakpo, and there was a picture of someone else. I think it was Jota. And I said on this video repeatedly that Gakpo should be the 9. He should be he should be the old school centre forward. Very tall, very rangy, very good for the headers in the box. A bit like Haaland. That's where he should be playing. The guy at the beginning of the season looked like he was a bit like beginning of the season. It looked like he was getting buffed off the ball. For a guy who's 6'3", yeah, big guy like that, yeah, he shouldn't be getting buffed off the ball. It seemed like when I first saw Cody Gakpo, it didn't have the dog in him.
Yeah,
the dog. It didn't have that fight in him. For a guy that stature, you think he would, but today not today. The last 3 games, he's been showing me that the dog is there. It looks like he's put on a bit of muscle, a bit more girth, and he looks like a proper centre forward. And you can see he's getting more confident game after game after game. I said from the beginning that this guy should be the number 9. I'm not criticising Núñez. I'm just saying Cody Gakpo should have been the 9. That's what it should have been from the beginning. The club kind of messed him around, playing him in midfield, played him on the wing, played him on the 9, leaving him on the bench, playing him, not playing him. He's been up and down, but now you can see his goal ratio is creeping up now. And I think his goal ratio is like a 1 or 2 by Núñez. And Núñez has probably played about 15 games more than him. And I'm telling you now, Cody Gakpo, this is the guy we need to hold on to. He's a young guy. He's going to grow into the role. And I believe that next season, the 2024 season / 2025 season will be the season of Cody Gakpo. I really believe that. If we can get a good winger, we get 2 good wingers on the left and on the right, 2 good wingers that can provide him the ball. A little bit like the way Man City's set up, where you have Pep Guardiola, you had Pep system, you had Haaland in the middle as that centre forward. You had Mahrez, and on one side you had Gundogan as a clutch midfielder. You had De Bruyne floating the balls over to him. You had a good left winger as well. If we can get something like that at Liverpool and copy that model, I believe that Cody Gakpo will be the man at Liverpool. I really believe that. I've got faith in Cody Gakpo. I've always had faith in Cody Gakpo, and I believe that Cody Gakpo, for me today, he's getting a 10. It was look. People are gonna say, yeah, he went a bit quiet in the second half. Okay, but his first half and a bit of the second half, it was absolutely amazing today. He looked like a leader. He looked like a leader today for the first time ever I've seen him. He looked like a leader. He's brilliant. He looked brilliant today. This is the guy that we should build the team. Cody Gakpo as the centre forward. Get 2 good wingmen. Behind him, you're going to have Trent Alexander. Hopefully, we can get that guy from Barcelona. I forgot his name. Mudiasi. What's his name?
Musiala.
We got Musiala. Imagine this in midfield. Musiala, Trent, and McAllister. Imagine that. Them 3 midfielders. Cody Gakpo in the centre forward. You get 2 good wingmen. I don't know who we're going to get here. Get 2 good wingmen. It's over. I'm telling you now, we will cook. Cody Gakpo just needs that, the ball over to him. And if he's anywhere near that goal, yeah, I believe he's going to score a lot of times because he's clinical and he's very smooth when he hits the ball as well. So for me, Cody Gakpo is getting the 10. Sorry for the long monologue.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Gakpo for me, I think his ball control is really, really good. I think he did play the midfield role so good. Playing from that centre false 9 role, providing central support, which is really, really, really good. Got his goal, great positioning, man. So about Gakpo, he's in the right position at the right time. That's just instinct as a striker. He had good instinct. Gakpo has scored the first goal. But yeah, what I really like is close control. I saw him use a bit of his body today. Someone lost the ball in midfield and he ran at him, used his body, buffed them off, and then created another chance in the middle. Even though he could have lost the ball while dribbling, he still tried, he still went forward, he's still a threat. So I might have to agree with you there, Solo. He's been in really, really good form.
Very good.
Yeah, 10 for him.
Okay.
I think he's our best player on the pitch.
Yeah, he was brilliant today. Let's get him on there.
Because I think if it weren't for him, in that central role, we wouldn't be scoring as much goals as we do now.
Yeah, it was good today. Big up, man, to Cody Gakpo. So the next one is Luis Diaz. I can't really fault Diaz today for his effort. He showed passion today, but he was visibly frustrated. You could see he was frustrated at times to try and make something happen on the pitch. When you try and make something on the pitch and nothing really comes out, you can see visibly frustrated. And I wasn't surprised when he got subbed after 75th minute. It looked like the frustration was building, and I think Klopp made the right decision by subbing Diaz. But I thought he did for the effort alone, and the passion. I'm going to give him 6 out of 10.
Yeah, you know what it is about Diaz. He misses sitters, goes at the wings, he does all the skills, but usually there's no end product. There's no attack really created there. If he does create attacks with someone down the wings, I won't mind that. No, score or assist, I don't really care. At least should create an attack. But if you've got no product at the end of it and you're just losing the ball and don't really release it, there's sometimes he could have passed to McAllister way earlier before the defender read it. Took too long, passed to McAllister, the defender's already on him. So with Diaz, I'll give him 5 for me. I know he tried. I know, he puts effort in every single game, but there's no end product. There's no end product at the back of the chance. There's no end product in terms of assists. There's nothing. So yeah, 5 for him.
Fair enough. Diaz. So that's it really. We can go on to Darwin Núñez. Not really going to say anything about Darwin Núñez because Darwin Núñez was come on and sub 15 minutes ago. Curtis Jones again. Not really going to make any comments on Curtis Jones because he come at the last part of they all come on. Dominic Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, what I mean? They all come on at 15 minutes towards the end. So really to make any, like marks on them will be unfair. So I'm not really going to bring them into it. Darwin Núñez. Overall, Darwin Núñez, I think he had a chance and he did miss a chance. I think I'm not sure if it's
No, he had a chance. Basically what happened is he had a chance he put it past the keeper, finished it off, but then it was offside.
Okay, fair enough. So at least you're gonna give him something for the effort then. So I'm
Where
gonna
did
give him for the effort. I'm gonna give Nunes a 5.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you anything about Curtis Jones. He came. They all come at the same time. I can't really comment on any of them. But I'm going to give Klopp a point. I'm going to give Klopp probably a 6 out of 10. I thought he should have brought I thought he should have subbed some of the subs. He should have brought on a little bit earlier. I thought he was a bit late again with the substitutes.
Shouldn't have took off Ender. Shouldn't have took off Ender.
No, he shouldn't have took off. Shouldn't have took off Endo. He should have kept Endo on there. And I don't think he should have played McAllister because he was exhausted. I don't know why he played. I don't know why he just didn't save McAllister for the last game of the season. It's not like we're going anywhere. We're not going down and we're not going up. So this was a game that we could have probably experimented a little bit, because it's not going to make no difference to us. We're not moving anywhere. We're not going to second, and we're not going to fourth. We're staying where we are. So I thought leaving McAllister on the pitch and exhausted McAllister I think he should have brought him off. I wouldn't have played him, to be fair. But at least his faith in Elliott and Gakpo was once again justified, because he's always had faith in Gakpo and he's always had faith in Elliott. So for that, I'm probably going to give him a 6 out of 10. No, there's no 6. I'm going to give him 6 out of 10.
Oh, that's supposed to be 6. Yeah.
So that's it then, bro. That's the end of the anything to talk about, man? You want to talk about something before we go?
No, I'll just say I like the way Liverpool played the football today. Defensively, Lee Keating and Endo came off, but yeah, we'll look really good up front. Gakpo looked good up front. We're starting to Gakpo's starting to come into his role now. Our subs wise, I think the only one that made impact was Nunes and Szoboszlai. They're the only two who made impact. Nunes came on, made one good pass. I think it was just Szoboszlai, but Szoboszlai didn't finish it off. Nunes did score, but it was offside. He was a good finish, but he was offside. Szoboszlai came on, made good forward runs as soon as he came on. You can tell there's a player in him. There's a player in Szoboszlai. And I do think, he can be good at this club. Szoboszlai can. Again, Klopp subbing Nunes on the middle, which I'm not a really big fan of him in the middle. He's better on the left, in my opinion. But again, what I would have done with the subs, I would have took Diaz off, shift Nunes to the left, and put Gakpo through the middle, and then put Szoboszlai on the right wing. That's exactly how I would line up the subs. But Klopp didn't do that, which is fair enough. He still wants to try. In the middle. But yes, Nunes and Szoboszlai had great impact to the game. But yeah, that's it, really.
Fair enough, bro. So yeah, we've got 27 people watching us, probably all on X. Can you please come over to our YouTube channel? Put the YouTube channel link, bro, on X. Go onto X and put the link of the video in the Twitter. I'm not sure if I can do it on here. I still call it Twitter. I think I'm always going to call it Twitter, to be fair, bro.
I can't be able to change it now.
We'll just see if I can put it on there.
Yeah, but I think we got 5 people in the Keep It Sport channel. Got 15. I think we've got about 22 people in the Twitter overall across both Twitters. So 22 people on Twitter, and they've all gone on YouTube now. And they've all gone off YouTube. So, guys on Twitter, if you do want to check out our YouTube channel, it's called Keep It Sports. We do all kind of sports, football, Formula One, and wrestling pay-per-views. So, if you want to go check that out, feel free to. And yeah.
Tired, bro. I know we're going to head off in a minute. I'm just going to put this link in. I know there's not a lot of people because everyone's watching the bigger channels. I get it. But we always ask for some support on the channel. If you don't want to give it, that's your prerogative. But we would like the support. We've got 2 likes and 1 people watching, so that's fine. So I'm going to put the link in the chat room. This is the link. Smash the likes, if you may. if you want. So the channel's there. That's the link, and that will be in the chat room for people watching us. Just come over to the YouTube channel and smack the like button, and I've just put it in there. So there you go. It's there again. That's the link I just put in there. Smash the likes. We are live. And see you later, guys. We've got 4 people watching. We're heading off now, guys. Can you please smack the like of the video, please? That's all we ask. Don't ask for nothing else. We don't ask you to be our friends. You can come on the channel and support the channel. All we ask is to smash the likes, and we really, really, really would appreciate it. 7 years established, 2017. So see you later, guys. I'm gonna big up everybody, and before we go, we're all gonna say hello every single stream now as our mascot. Hello to Kurgan. Every time. Kurgan's a bad man. Every time, Kurgan.
Yeah.
So, see you later, guys, and enjoy. And not long now, less than a week left, and Jurgen Klopp will exit Anfield, will exit Liverpool. And all the mans that said that they wanted Liverpool, the club to go, you know what? You've got your wish. But remember what you wish for. See you later, guys. Bye.